Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Something Saturday on this channel where we talk about all the things we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week. And today we have a wide variety of things we're going to talk about. Everything from the WWE all the way to MCU casting news. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing we have to talk about today is Netflix has bought WWE Monday Night Raw. So basically, the streaming giant has just changed the game for themselves. They bought Raw. It won't, of course, take effect until January of next year, but this is a pretty big deal. This will also allow them to stream some of the stuff that WWE does. They will be able to stream SmackDown as well as Next. They will be able to show the pay-per-views. And get this, the pay-per-views going forward that they will host will be free to Netflix subscribers. So this is actually a very huge deal. And when this broke earlier this week, we really couldn't talk a whole lot about it because, we had other videos to put up. But I am excited about this on some levels because this does change a lot for the streaming services to show that streaming services are starting to acquire sports stuff is probably very smart at this stage because you hear a lot of people talking about the possibility that streaming services are on a downward spiral, that they won't always be there. That's kind of a big deal for them as a business to be able to incorporate some of these sports elements, even if it is entertainment sports. But that's not all that comes with this deal, because then also this week it was revealed that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been signed to be on the board of directors of TKO. And that's kind of a big thing too, because him being on the TKO board is also a little bit of a game changer. And here's the catch that a lot of people aren't talking about that I found really rather interesting. Part of this deal is that The Rock now has legal rights to his name, The Rock. So his stage name, The Rock, and, more specifically, even Dwayne Johnson is a stage name. But he now has rights to those names under this same thing. And that's kind of weird to me that they would do that, but hey, how cool is that? So this is actually pretty exciting news. And I can't wait to see them start this next year and see how this affects Netflix subscribers and how many more subscribers they're going to get when this hits. What about you? Are you planning on subscribing once this takes effect? Are you already a subscriber? And if so, how does this make you feel about maintaining your subscription to Netflix? Next up, we have to talk about Millie Alcock and Meg Donnelly. Apparently, they are now the front runners for the role of Supergirl. Now, I reported on this before when there were 3, but now there are only 2. And that is our short list right now. It just got a lot shorter if there's only 2 people competing for it, because when there's 3, it's harder to gauge who's going to get that part. And I still maintain that I think that Meg Donnelly will ultimately end up with this role. She's done some of the animated movies. Why wouldn't she continue this? Especially after, you remember I said in my last video, I said James Gunn already stated he wants some of the same actors who play the parts in the cartoons, in the animated stuff, to play the part in live action. And since she's already got that part down and has done a few of those, and she's one of the 2 people that they are actually debating for this role, I think that definitely gives her a heads up. Not that I wouldn't like to see Millie in the part. I really think she's a good actress as well, but we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, so next up we have to talk about George Carlin's estate suing over the special that was made, George Carlin, I'm Glad I'm Dead. And this is a completely AI-generated special that was put on YouTube on a channel called Dudsy. And it has garnered a lot of controversy this week already because a lot of people are talking about AI again. And remember, we're hot off the heels of AI causing one of the biggest parts of the writer's strike and the actor's strike. And it was a whole big thing. So for this channel to use images that aren't specifically of him, but they're AI, and then to use a voice that sounds pretty much like him, it does kind of weigh in on that topic. And the family is saying that this violates his rights as an artist. And I kind of think that maybe it does. You have to have that estate's permission. Otherwise, you're just kind of making things more difficult for actual actors out there and actual writers. And the script was apparently AI generated as well or something from what I understand. And that raises a bunch of questions as well. So it is kind of strange that we're seeing this as a thing, but I want to know what you guys think. Are you okay with this, or do you think that something was actually in violation here, that they should have gotten the permission of his estate to use him as an AI? Then that brings us to our next topic, which is Kang the Conqueror. The rumor that Kang the Conqueror is in fact being recast. We've kind of known this was a possibility, and a name was bandied about earlier. That name was Coleman Domingo. That was kind of a big thing going around that he could be playing this part. Well, now John David Washington is apparently up for this part. And John David Washington is actually Denzel Washington's son. He is, in fact, up for this role, and that's kind of a big deal. If he gets this, do you think he got it fairly? Do you think it's nepotism? Because the whole nepotism argument is always out there, and I'm always curious what people think. Me, personally, I want to just know that he's going to play the part. He's going to play it well. I don't care who they're related to or whatever. I just care that they're going to be able to perform and give us a good performance. And that's the thing. He is an actor I haven't really heard a whole lot about, but apparently he's been in a few things. And what makes this even more funny is I heard a rumor not too long ago that they were courting Denzel Washington for something. And I'm wondering if it wasn't Denzel Washington, but now maybe if they were actually talking to his son. Could you see Denzel's son in this part? That's where I'm going to leave you guys off for the day. As always, we want to hear from you. So make sure you comment in the comment box below. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. Make sure you hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel. We appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss a single video we do. And then friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.